right, let's crush another Mtel question. This one says, use the diagram below to answer the question that follows. We've got this picture with a bunch of lines on it, a circle. And it says the diagram shows circle O with 4 diameters and chord PQ. What is the measure of angle OPQ? So let's label angle OPQ. That's from O to P to Q. Your angle is always going to be at the middle letter, so that's right here. We're looking for that angle measure. So this question is going to have a lot to do with the relationship between angle measures and arc measures on a circle. So there's 360 degrees of the circle, and these chords, or a lot of them are diameters, are splitting the circle into different arcs. And then there's a bunch of different angles in the center of the circle, and we know that all of those are going to add up to 360 as well. Any central angle has the same measure as the arc that it inscribes. So this 60-degree angle is at the center of the circle, and we know that this arc is 60 degrees from here to here because it's inscribed by the line segments that make this angle at the center. There's another rule that if you have an inscribed angle on the circle, the arc that inscribes is going to be twice the angle measure. So if we're calling this X and PQ goes to here and then out to Q right here, we know that this whole arc out here is going to be 2x. That whole arc measure out here is twice the angle that it's inscribed by. So we want to come up with some way to make an equation out of this 2x. Well, we already know part of this arc, and that's the 60 portion. So if we had this angle, we would have a relationship that would give us the entirety of this arc. Since we're told that all of these chords in this circle are diameters, that means they go straight across the circle. So this 70 has a relationship with the angle that we're looking at here, and that relationship is that they're vertical angles. They're across each other on an X. And vertical angles always have the same measure. So we know that this angle right here is 70 degrees as well. So this whole thing, this whole angle inside is 60 plus 70, which is 130. And since that is a central angle, it's going to have the same measure as this outer arc, which we already said is 2x. So now we can set 2x equal to 130 and solve this equation relatively simply by just dividing by 2. And when we do that, we figure out that x equals 65, which is answer C.